Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. Welcome back for my subscribers. For those who are joining for the first time, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe button, and also hit the bell so you never miss a video I post. Alright, so we're on a journey heading down to the riverside where I chill some of the times and do my writings for my books. So here we go, we're just about there, so follow me on. This one is mainly for my international subscribers. You know, this is a breadfruit tree, and in Jamaica the breadfruit tree, we can boil it. The breadfruit, that fruit that you're looking at right there, you can actually boil it, put it in soup, or you can roast it, have it with our national dish, the ackee and sawfish, and you can also fry it. So that's the breadfruit. Just a little taste of Jamaica while I'm on my journey. All right, let's head on. Hey guys, so we are actually on a bridge heading over the border to where I normally meet up with my favorite spot, you know, where I do most of my writing. So I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek, and I'm going to snap you a bit of the river. It's beautiful. So for my international subscribers, you definitely have to come on down for this one. When you get a chance to come to Jamaica, whenever you get a chance, that is, come on down. Rivers, beaches, they are the hit spots to be here in Jamaica. Let's go. Hey guys, so now I'm at my hit spot, my very favorite spot for writing my works, and I'm going to be taking you on the journey from start right to the end. Of course, today I didn't tell you what we're going to be doing, so I'm going to break it to you right now. Alright guys, so I told you that I have a surprise for you, and today I will be reading chapter 1 of The Rookie, Helena Carson Finds True Love. So before I start, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my favorite quiet place for writing. Cool, cascading, most definitely rejuvenating water flowing from parts of the popular Blue Hole. There you have it right here in Jamaica. You can actually hear the sounds of Mother Nature as the river flows downstream. I also have one of the very popular plants that you can see on the riverside here in Jamaica. It's a piece of plant. I just have a stem actually. It's called the fern. So if you look to the back over there, you can see loads of ferns, and I'm using this fern as my bookmarker because you know I'm a nature girl. I love nature, so my bookmarker is something from nature. I'm sorry for all those persons who go that eco-friendly. I didn't mean to actually, you know, but I just wanted to have a little something from Mother Nature to keep with me all the time when I'm at home away from the river. Alright, so here goes. Chapter 1, The Rookie. Helena Carson, medium built, 5 feet 3 inches tall, dusty brown hair and hazel eyes, was a new female recruit at the Indiana State Police Department when she was assigned to work alongside Augustus Royal. Tall, Caucasian, blue-eyed, and well-toned, Augustus was 10 years her senior. It was his key responsibility to train and ensure Helena was well prepared for the field. He carried out his duty well and ensured he did what was expected of him. Helena, on the other hand, distracted by his physiques, could not keep her eyes off him during their daily gym training sessions. She was quite distracted by the way sweat ran down his face to his chest, then slithered its way down his well-ripped abdominal region. As he sat glaring at himself in the mirror, wiping the sweat away from his hard frame, he glared at Helena, who was lost in a gaze. She appeared to be in a trance, hypnotized by his strength of masculine power. "Rookie," he called out, "are you ready for your abdominal training?" So nervous, her knees were shaking and her heart pounding like drums of a parade. Yes, of course I am." Snapping out of it, she walked over to where he stood. Augustus patiently waited as she settled on the bench. Still captivated by his physique, Helena missed out on everything Augustus was introducing to her. She was lost in a fantasy. She nervously lifted the bar off the bench press. She could hear Augustus's voice call out to her, "Rookie, you need to put more manpower in it." Annoyed by him constantly calling her rookie, Helena thought to herself, "I am a woman for crying out loud." She placed the bar back into its position, sat up for 10 seconds, then back again. "Come on, Lena, you can do this," she encouraged herself. As her strength improved over the weeks of hardcore muscular training, Helena was pleased with what she had seen. A woman who had man up, and a lady who was the sexiest and most attractive beauty in her well-fitted dresses she had stashed away in her closet for a very long time. She was feeling confident and ready to hit the streets with Augustus for her first assignment. Augustus and Helena were radioed in by Chief Warren, who informed them of an incident that had transpired less than 24 hours in the alleyway of Indianapolis. Uncertain of what took place, Chief Warren told them a call was made to the department at approximately 6 o'clock that evening, sounding like a Caucasian male, who more or likely could have been in his early to mid-30s. "Now listen, you two. The call was made, the alarm sounded. This individual said, 'Help, help, he needs your help.' Then the call ended. I need you both to head over to our crime scene and see what you can come up with. And rookie, make me proud." As he placed emphasis on the proud, he gave Helena a long, stern stare. "I will, sir," she responded, breaking his gaze for a bit, then looked back at him. Upon their arrival, Helena observed the stillness around them. She observed 2 dumpsters which appeared to be slightly shut. The area was taped off by the team that arrived just before they did. Donovan Thomas, second in command, saw them walk in. "Let them in. Let them in. They are with me." He shook hands with Augustus as Augustus introduced Helena to him. "Pleased to meet you, my dear. Now this way." He directed them to the scene and pointed out the area where the body of an unidentified male lay. His body covered with what appeared to be wounds of a knife or sharp-edged tool, along with scratch marks that appear to be of an animal or fingernails of a human. As they investigated the area, Helena had several questions she asked Assistant Chief Thomas. Some he was able to respond, many were left for her and Augustus to further investigate. Carefully pulling her gloves on, Helena stooped over the victim's body, checking his pockets for proof of identification and other clues which might assist them in their case. 5 feet 9 inches, 20-year-old Jacob Sapphire was identified. Helena found several business cards in the victim's pocket, along with a pocket knife which was located a few inches from the victim's body. These items were all collected in Ziploc bags and sent back to the department for further investigations. Before departing the area, blood samples and other items which appeared to belong to the victim or possibly his suspect were also sent to the lab for further checks. "Great job, rookie," Augustus said as he patted her back and walked away. Making their way back to the state police department, Augustus glanced away from the road several times, turning his gaze towards Helena. He peered gently, not allowing her to capture his view, then said, "Hey, rookie," in his deep tone masculine voice. After work, the boys and I usually hang for a few drinks. Would you like to come hang with us? Helena looked at him as he constantly looked away from her, concentrating on the road. I guess I could. After all, I have nothing home to do. It's just me. She chuckled. Well, let's say we meet out front at 11. Sure thing, she responded. As Helena entered the female locker room, she was approached by Jasmine Greenwald, a 6 feet 2 inches Burnett senior officer. So you're the new rookie? Yes, I guess I am. Well, let me get something straight. Stay away from him. He's mine. Lost for words, Helena walked away from Jasmine and made her way over to the locker. I'm warning you, rookie, Jasmine said as she left the room. Helena sat on the bench and gazed at her locker for several minutes, allowing Jasmine's remarks to replay in her head. Is she crazy? I just started here. What is this crazy woman talking about? She questioned herself as she slowly removed her uniform and headed to the shower. On the outside, Helena met with Augustus and the other guys. She accompanied Augustus and 2 others while 3 traveled in another vehicle. They stopped at Janet's diner, grabbed a bite, then headed towards Mr. Blue's gaming lounge. Rookie, why that dull look? It's just a case. We work them all the time. Don't take it personal, little lady. Helena didn't even look up at him. Augustus took a seat next to her and asked her what was on her mind and if she wanted to talk about it. She then looked up at him and asked, Who is Jasmine? He laughed, but she gave him a long, hard stare. I'm sorry, what's the matter? She giving you trouble? In fact, she is. I was just threatened by her in the locker room. She told me I needed to stay away from him or else. She's my ex-girlfriend, Helena. But you and I are just colleagues. So why worry about her? I am not. Helena responded aggressively. I just felt uncomfortable with the situation as a new team member in the department. And her as a senior officer, that was her way of welcoming me. Come on, little lady. Let's go celebrate your first investigation. It is your night. Don't let anyone spoil that. She smiled, then took a shot of the tequila they had on the table. Augustus invited her over for a game of pool while they did more shots. So how'd you feel about today? Well, I guess it was okay, she responded. The night grew old and Augustus and the gang were ready to hit the streets. Helena's stop was the last. Arriving at her gate, Augustus stared in her direction and no words were exchanged between them. Did you have a good night? Yes, sir, I sure did. It was wonderful. Thank you very much. She slowly turned her gaze to his, where their eyes caught each other's. Sitting there a while in silence, Augustus leaned forward to kiss her goodnight, but she pulled back. Well, I guess I must be going now. Thanks again for a great evening. I'll see you in office tomorrow. She looked away, then back. Just before she hopped out the car, he watched as she walked up the driveway and entered the house, closing the door behind her. Helena stood there, back against the door, heart racing as she gently banged her head against the door. She had hearts for her partner, but could not show it. Not on their first date, and certainly not after the incident with Jasmine, his ex-girlfriend. There you have it. Of course, that was chapter 1. The rookie, Helena Carson finds true love. if you can take note, it's getting pretty dark out here, so it's time for me to head back home. But before, I'm going to take a quick cool dip in this river. I can't resist. So I'm going to allow you to get a sneak peek of that. Join me as I chuck right into this Jamaican river. Alright, so long for now. Stick and stay for that jump, and I'll see you in my next video. Remember, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. See you then.